this is a big one for me because many of the training sessions I see, coaches are working on things, the players are working on things, but they're not doing it at match tempo. Just in terms of tempo, a match situation. So, for example, at speed and under pressure. And I feel that you're not going to develop your unconscious competence if you don't do that, if you don't do it exactly in the same situation as a match. So what I wanted to do is kind of in this chapter explain that, but also explain how you develop it and why it's so important. And I mean, for me, I didn't know anything about it, but it was one of those things where if I say unconscious competence to people, they'll be like, huh? What? But at the end of the day, players play, they rely on it all the time. If a goalie gets the ball smashed at them from 12 yards out, they haven't got time to consciously think about it. You know, as I said earlier about the players, the ball coming to the player, and they've got to assess the whole situation about how they're going to manage it. But within half a second, it's going to change again. There's too many information units for them to consciously manage. So you can't just step into that situation and do it, but you have to develop your unconscious competence. Now, I don't know a lot about neurons, but I learned a bit about firing them up.
Yeah.
And so it's just about doing that so that, you know, when you're in that situation again, you can do it with ease. Now, when you look at the players like the Spanish and the Brazilian, they weren't born that way. But the reason why that they can develop that confidence quite freely because they don't have outside pressures. For example, in England, you know, if someone passes the ball and you lose it, you get shouted at. And the next time, the player is told to kick the ball long. So that means that even though the game is really fast, the player who would have got past the ball past to them, they won't practice and develop unconscious competence. They won't develop receiving the ball under pressure. So that means they will not be able to manage being in those situations over and over again. And so I feel that's where there's a missing gap, especially within this country.